Hi, I'm Brian Kellerman, the Chief Quality and Safety Officer at Kellerman Consulting, and this is episode 5 in our video series on dietary supplement manufacturing. Throughout the episodes in this series, we have discussed the essential components of a dietary supplement operation to meet regulatory requirements. In this episode, we are going to focus on the prerequisite programs and good manufacturing practices, or GMPs, that support the system we've already discussed to operate a properly run dietary supplement facility. Because supplements are regulated in a framework that is similar to food factories, many GMP expectations are like to like with those factories, and throughout this episode we will mention where these similarities exist. As we dive into the details, we should first point out that GMPs stand for Good Manufacturing Practices. GMPs are applicable to all manufacturing operations, food, supplements, pharmaceuticals, and other non-food operations. You may also have heard of CGMPs, or Current Good Manufacturing Practices. CGMPs imply a focus on continuous improvement and the latest quality standards. Other than the fact that CGMP is the nomenclature used by the FDA to describe practices in both dietary supplement and pharmaceutical manufacturing, CGMP and GMP may often be used interchangeably. Now that we've established that CGMPs, GMPs, and prerequisite programs are the same concepts, let's begin to take a look at what they are. GMPs, or prerequisite programs, are those programs that are in place to support a specific production process within the facility. While your facility may have one set of processes to make one kind of product or several different processes to produce multiple product types, your GMPs will remain generally constant to support all of the production operations. One of the main areas where we see this is in our hygiene program. The hygiene program may include the clothing and protective equipment employees must wear, the methods of changing into that attire, as well as general cleanliness practices during operations. Hygiene programs can also include managing of tools, personal items and medicines, food and drink, as well as how first aid is applied where it is needed. Dietary supplements are almost always exclusively ready to eat, and practices for supplement operations are the same as high-risk ready-to-eat food operations. Eating and drinking should be strictly prohibited from the supplement clean rooms. There should be clear signage reminding employees how and when to engage in proper hand-washing activities. This also includes the presence of signs educating staff of allergens in meals and snacks in the break areas. Employees must be trained in proper GMP hygiene practices, including how and when to put on fresh gloves, hair nets, beard nets, smocks, and any other personal protective equipment each time they enter and exit clean rooms. There should be a locker room or changing area between the entrance to operations and each clean room where processing occurs. Employees must be trained and required to change into their protective clothing after entering the building and prior to entering the processing areas. Donning of PPE is expected to occur in designated and regularly inspected changing areas. In a previous episode, we mentioned captive shoe programs are expected in supplement operations. Providing a rack for work shoes that employees change into and out of when entering and exiting the facility is also expected. As we move from hygiene requirements to those requirements for sanitation, maintenance, and warehousing, it is important for us to note that food operations and dietary supplement operations are very similar in the practices around these prerequisite or GMP programs. Because supplements are high risk and operations are performed in clean rooms, there is a higher degree of care required. However, maintenance operations in both food and supplement operations are very similar. The same holds true for cleaning and sanitation in a supplement operation. It is industry standard to use alcohol as a disinfectant in dietary supplement operations, but this is not a requirement. Instead, validated cleaning and sanitation practices are required, and any food-safe cleaning and sanitation chemicals are acceptable. One significant difference to note: unlike low-risk food operations, it is expected that all dietary supplement operations have robust and extensive verification activities as part of the cleaning and sanitation operations. ATP swabbing must be performed after each cleaning event, and robust environmental monitoring program must be in place. For an extensive discussion on maintenance, sanitation, and environmental monitoring, please watch our series on those topics, which can be found for free on our website or YouTube. A GMP or prerequisite program that differentiates supplement operations from food operations is the monitoring and control of airflow in the facility, as well as the careful monitoring of water, utilities, and general warehouse upkeep. Again, dietary supplements are mostly ready-to-eat products, and as such, the GMP or prerequisite program requirements are treated as high risk. As such, one of the primary GMPs that distinguishes dietary supplement processing from food processing is the control of the airflow and air pressure. While some high-risk food processing is sensitive enough to warrant sophisticated HVAC systems, this is less common and not always required. For dietary supplement clean rooms, air pressure is at a minimum expected to be assessed, and at the gold standard, a control system and careful monitoring of air pressure would be in place. At that gold standard, negative air pressure is maintained in clean rooms where air is ventilated out of the room and away from any warehousing areas where ingredients are exposed. Clean, filtered air is then cycled into those same areas to maintain proper conditions for workers. Air testing and water testing should be conducted regularly to assess the quality and safety of air and water in the clean rooms. Clearly documented mitigation steps should be in place where air or water is found to be out of specification. With careful monitoring and proper control over hygiene, maintenance, and sanitation, your facility should be ready to produce safe, high-quality supplements made to industry standards. When these GMP or prerequisite programs are properly controlled and implemented alongside operational programs such as the MMR, inventory and label controls, and product testing, a dietary supplement operation is ready to pass regulatory inspections. In our final episode, we will be looking more closely at the certification schemes that dietary supplement operations may subscribe to and how to properly prepare for certification of a dietary supplement operation. Thank you for watching. For more food safety training videos and resources, please check out our website at kellermanconsulting.com and consider subscribing to our YouTube or LinkedIn channels.